Fanagers.
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 You know, we're on Twitter and we watch the game with all the other fans that are out there constantly. It's like a live stream of all these fans watching the game at the same time.
Right, and they get to talk about what they would do in the game, and they're fanagers.
Yes,
I like
fanagers.
it. Fanagers.
There are different kinds of fans.
That's right.
We've discovered through the years.
Absolutely. There's passionate fans and passive fans.
Yes.
There's boisterous fans and quiet fans.
Yes.
There's fair weather fans, and there's full-time fans.
Right, and we're going to concentrate on the full-time fans. So the full-time fans, fair weather fans will get to us.
Yeah.
When
we'll
they're ready.
see them later.
We'll see them anyway.
For sure.
But full-time fans, you have different flavors of full-time fans.
Uh-huh.
Now, back in the day, full-time fans were also neighbors of the team.
Right.
Way back in Brooklyn. So fandom was face-to-face.
Right.
And you knew them.
But today, we are very connected.
We are.
But we're not face-to-face at all. Right. The point is, it's real easy to be bold and to be brave in the Twitter world when you're not face-to-face with anybody.
Right, the anonymity factor. You know, but what if during the off season, as back in the day in Brooklyn, when the Dodger player was your mechanic, and you had said to him, "You suck," and then you had to see him face to face.
And when he's you're changing his tire, or you're seeing his kid at school with yours.
So all we're saying is, actually, as Dodger fans, let's keep it as a community.
Right.
So that we can enjoy the team regardless of if someone's having a good or bad streak. We don't have to win every game.
That's right.
In fact, if we win 60% of our games, which is, 60% is probably more likely.
That's right, and that's 97 wins.
Well, that's a good season.
97 wins will probably win you a division.
So that means we would have 65 losses, right?
65 losses.
So 65 losses. We got to get used to losing.
Yeah. I mean, every time we lose, we can't want to fire the manager.
Right. Every time we lose, we can't want to get rid of a pitcher. Every time we lose, we can't say off with all of their heads.
Right. Some people just didn't handle it very well.
No, some people didn't handle it well.
Well, some people were actually bad fans.
I agree. Some people were bad fans.
Well, I was not a bad fan. Were you a bad fan?
I was not a bad fan.
Are you saying I was a bad fan?
Well, I certainly wasn't the bad fan.
I wasn't a bad fan
Of the
either.
two of us, I think you were a bad fan.
I think
You were a bad fan.
Well,
are there really bad fans?
I don't think so.
I don't think there are bad fans, just bad emotions. What do you think? I understand it was a rough patch, but where is this anger coming from?
Well, I'm tired of people telling me that I am a bad fan just because I root for the team, even when they lose. I mean, they sit there and they tell us, "Oh, how can you root for a team? They've lost 15 straight games. They're going into the cellar. How can you not believe they're going into the cellar? How silly can you be?" The bandwagoners, they just come, and all of a sudden it's hard to get to the games, and they root because they're winning. That's easy. It's easy to root for a team when they win. Who are these fans that want to say that I am a bad fan?
You hate the Dodgers. You hate the Dodgers. Forget it.
It just sounds to me like you're having a difficult time coping. There are different ways that sports fans cope with what's happening. I mean, if you're choosing to be upset, what are you upset about?
I'm upset because the other fans are the bad fans. They're the ones that are bad. They're the ones that only jump on when people are winning. They're the ones that only go to the stadium when everything is hunky-dory. They boo somebody like Baez. They say, "Oh, he's not playing hard enough." I think Dave Roberts was right when he was calling out those people that were booing at the players. Poor Pedro Baez. I mean, he wants to play good, and we are a good team.
I understand your heightened agitation. My confusion is coming with this. It sounds to me like you're more obsessed with fans that don't believe the same way you do than you are with the team winning or losing.
Booyah. Oh no, cheated.
It sounds to me like you're really having trouble with people questioning your loyalty.
I am just as loyal of a fan, even if I boo a player. I Bias! I root for this. This. LA, the team, not the player. And if a player's playing badly, I'm allowed to boo him. I don't appreciate a Dodger manager calling me out for booing when I have a right to do that. Are players loyal? Players leave teams all the time. Players will go to another team when somebody offers them a better deal for money. Are the owners loyal? The owners come and go too. They just sell the teams. They're not even loyal to fans enough to put them on TV. The Dodgers! And I'm supposed to be loyal?
It sounds to me like you are having an existential crisis, a crisis about justice. And how are you coping with this?
And this all started when there was a firestorm over fans booing a player who was not playing well. I'm not going to be a blind, loyal fan like these Pollyanna fans that go to every game, follow the team, whether they're winning or losing. There's no incentive for the owners to put a good team on the field if all the fans are loyal no matter what, and the team is always losing. Look at the Cubs lost for 108 years. Why? Because the fans kept going, despite the fact that the Cubs were a losing team for a century.
You're exhibiting corfing behavior. There is burging behavior and corfing behavior. Burging, B-I-R-G, stands for basking in reflected glory when the teams are winning. You're angry because they had such a bad losing streak, even though, again, they started winning, but you're in the middle of corfing, cutting off reflected failure. You have your hat backwards. You don't want to show off the regalia because you're angry. The team was on such a winning streak, and then they fell so enormously and quickly that you're corfing.
It was embarrassing. That's why I was corfing.
So to be a good fan is to just have them win the World Series, and that's all you want.
All aboard!
Everybody who just follows them and says, oh, they're so great, even though they never make the World Series. If they don't get in the World Series, the season is over. And everybody should think the same thing, because it's World Series or bust. Grandal.
We saw two extreme examples of the types of fans that are out there. There are many types of fans. There are Pollyanna fans, there are fickle fans. The point is we're all fans. All of us are fans. We need to stop the hate of each other because we all have a common love for our team. All this negativity really happens, as in life, when we're losing. Everyone's having a great time when we're winning. When we're losing, we need to care for each other as fans and care for our team while they're going through the tough times. Being a sports fan is actually a microcosm of how we live our lives. So we get to choose. How would you like to live your life?